What is going on, everyone? Doing this stream slash video for those of you who need help on Tour 7 or with some of these holes as they fluctuate back and forth, but also for the stream itself. But there's no one in the stream at the moment because I just started. Why play music? Let me just get my camera right and we'll hop right in. Alright, now I am playing with higher level clubs than most people would be playing with if they're just normally on Tour 7. So some of the things that I'm trying may not work for you if you're on Tour 7, just trying to play with, you know, what most people have in Tour 7. But at this point right now, Tour 7 is filled with people from all over because we're trying to get practice in for this upcoming tournament. And that's what this is. So I'll be using decent balls, not the best, but decent. And, you know, I'm going to be using the clubs shown here. What's going on, BB? Colt, John Bell, Randy Hentz, Dan Martin, Brian Walton, and Mark Adder. Good to see you guys. So, yeah, I've been practicing. It left a nasty taste in my mouth the last time I streamed and did not make it to the weekend with either account. So, as you can see through my chests, I have been grinding already on this account. And I'm just going to continue to grind. So I'm also putting together a video. What's going on, Indiana? Good to see you, man. Jens B, what's up? Ishvip, Jimmy Dean, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Richard Meeks. So what tour would be good to play to rack up some coins, bub? One tour under. How would I put that? Like, it's all relative, you know. For some people, Tour 4 is a great tour for them to earn money, but they don't have millions, you know. For others, man, it's all relative to your clubs and your skill level. I can't just give, as much as I'd like to, I can't just give, you know, there's no right way to answer that. I wish there was. What's going on, Bobby Huckabee? What's going on, board PC guy, Mike Addison? Aaron Stuckey, what is up? All right, so we see it's a better play to go this way in the long run because we have more fairway to deal with. So I'm not sure what the percentages are, but I want to land right about here, and I'm going to use right curl to keep me away. I'm going to give my great proof it a little more from that sand trap. 5.3 with this club. With 10%, it's got to be about 3 rings. I'm starting to get used to it. Full right curl, full right spin. Not too worried about the great shot. Hopefully for good cause. Just stay out of the sand and I'll be happy. And we were able to avoid the sand. I'll take it. We got Michael Bolton. Awesome. Jimmy Dean's crushing it. We got Golf Clash Ace Hood in the house. Good to see you. Sandy, as always, with her 4-leaf clovers. I hope you're feeling better. No problem. You know what, Sandy? When I'm sick and people are streaming, I'm not telling you to do this. I mean, watch General Hospital or whatever type shows you like, but you know, you can get YouTube on the TV. I always, that's the only thing I watch. So I may not be able to participate in chat. Sometimes I'll come in and say hi, but you know, it's just so much nicer to be able to lay in bed, and if you doze off, you know, that's, but I hope you feel better. I know what you're going through, and nothing but the best of wishes for you. And, of course, prayers. More so prayers. All right, I think this is pretty flat. When I do the guide with Tommy, I'll know. I'm going to zoom out so I can do this in one. But as far as I know, this is a flat second shot. And see, by zooming out, I can adjust all 10 rings. And I'm also getting practice here using my thumb. I'm still not hitting perfect as much as I did on my phone, but I am still doing a little bit better. And A little too much backspin with a 10-mile-an-hour headwind. Hey, Jake, good night. Glad to have you live. Daffy Duck, what's up? Richard Meeks, Kevin R., Jared A., good to see you guys, man. Ethan Ellinger, what's going on? Alan E., good to see you. What do you think about all the Notebook for Golf Clash taking away the overlays? It's just another reason Apple sucks. I mean, I love Apple. Apple uses, Apple's the best for games in terms of the speed and the stability and everything else, but the rules absolutely suck. I'm using an S4, but I got this handy-dandy little stand, which I said I would put in the description of a video and still haven't. But that's the name of it if you want to look it up on Amazon. I paid $10 for it, and it does the trick. I love it. You can't even see it. Like, literally right now, my hand is resting on top of it. So it's at the perfect level to stay out of the camera. Yes, that's why they said they were taking it away, because Apple does not allow overlays. Because Apple seems to think that they're, what do you call it? Apple seems to think that when you buy a phone, it still belongs to them, which is ridiculous. And that's one reason I'm definitely going away from Apple. I'm just done with them. And fair play means, I'm sure half of the people who play this game play it on iPhone, and half of the people, play it on Android. And if the half that are playing it on Android are allowed to have an overlay, it gives them an unfair advantage. So all this really is the stubbornness of Apple. And this isn't the only thing. Apple ticked me off before this. When I first started to stream and make videos, I wanted to screen record. And Apple would not allow me to have a screen recorder unless I jailbroke my phone. If I jailbroke my phone, I no longer had a warranty. It's like, whose phone is this? I want this to be my phone. So, it is what it is. I guess the only way really to go about things now, unfortunately, would be if Golf Clash Notebook were to offer it themselves. But I got a feeling they would charge a heck of a lot more than, the other people were. Santos, what is up? Cyril, good to see you. Derek, Strangeland, first time catching you live. Awesome to have you. David Jagmoen, guess who? Good to see you guys. Let me scroll up, see if I missed anyone else. Fun and James, my brother Tot, Phil Webb. Good to see all you guys. Ricky Rick, Matt Fisher. All right, this I don't think is a tournament hole, and I actually think it makes more sense possibly to bounce it over here, because I can't. Yeah, I'm going to try it. I don't want to overpower it. I'm just hoping the ball guide doesn't compact too much and either stick me in the rough or stick me. I need a little bit more to the right. Got two big old trees. Uh-oh. Either we got a dog farting by me or a dog decided to take a dump on the floor. I prefer, yes, it's just a dog fart, but it still sucks. KJ Aldi, what's going on? Aldi, all day, what's going on, man? What's going on, Greg Johnson? Nathan, what's up, man? Good to see you. So if I ever come across a hole, James Kennedy, what's up, man? If I ever come across a hole and you guys have questions or something, just put a whole bunch of emojis or something, because it's really hard for me. Oh, that's why I didn't overpower it. It's really hard for me to see the chat now, even more so, because the tablet blocks out like the bottom 10th or so, which doesn't sound like much, but it really is. Ooh, this takes away any opportunity at a hole-in-one. Yikes. All right, now this looks silly, right? But we need to, if this touches the tree at all, we're in trouble. Because we got the upward projection and the downward projection, and between these two trees, we cannot put any curl on it. So we're just going for green here. It's going to make a liar out of me. Now it's just going to do what it's just going to... I'm going to be able to hit great. Damn, what'd you dogs get into? You're making me miss the porch. Arnold Otterzola, what's going on, man? Good to see you. That's right, board PC guy. But I love Yorkies. Oh, my God, those are beautiful. If I were to ever have... Mark Adder says, just love gas. Yeah, I hate small dogs. I do. They seem useless to me. I love them when they're someone else's, but when they're mine, it's like... I'm so scared I'm going to get up at night to take a leak and step on it and break its back or neck or something. And they poop. The poop is like that big. So, you know, if they... Like me, I just have a tie out. They go out, they poop, and we clean up the poop a couple times a week. But with a small dog, you don't see it in the grass until you're cutting the grass and you step in it. I like a big dog. Why do I like a big dog? Because I want a big pile of poop. So it's like, I seen you pooped right there. Let me go get the shovel. But my daughter has a dog named Maki, and I think it's Yorkie, and I'm in love with that dog. I can't wait for her to move back because I obviously want to see my daughter and son-in-law again. But I also want Maki so bad. I love that dog. Little Yorkie-looking dog. I love boxers, too. Boxers are beautiful dogs. Glenn, what's going on, Glenn Purton? Good to see you, bro. You know, board PC guy, Basset Hounds are something I never thought of, but I love lazy dogs, too. Just something that just kind of wants to lay and cuddle up and, you know, like right next to you or whatever. Just sounds... That's perfect for me. Laura Sullivan, what's going on? Good to see you. I'm so happy BB said hi to you. Otherwise, I would have accidentally missed your hello to the group. Colt saying he loves Guns N' Roses, and his favorite song by them is Dr. Feelgood. I'm just reading the comment. I'm like, no, bro, no. Patrick Hoffman's got a pit bull boxer mix. That would be awesome. In this house, it's a duplex. We have 5 dogs. I only want 4. Well, actually, I only want 2, but 2 of them belong to the upstairs. I have the poodle and the husky, which I love both dearly. They have a pit bull and a Rottweiler upstairs. The Rottweiler's getting really old, though. And the pit bull, I'm making sure I'm super friendly with that dog. That dog likes me. And then we got this Callie dog. And I feel so bad for her. She deserves a good, loving home. And, you know, it's hard to fake the way I feel about her. I don't do anything bad to her. You know, like, it's not like, oh, I hate you, so I'm going to hit you or anything like that. But at the same point in time, oh, man. First day I had her, she takes a dump on my bed. Second day I have her, she pees on my bed. Both times that this happened, I didn't find out until I got in bed and my leg got wet or, you know, something like that. So now she's not allowed in my room anymore. She's not allowed in my room anymore. I have a gate and she stays in the kitchen. The other 2 dogs stay here. It's not fair for her. She wants to play with the other 2 dogs. So then I let her outside thinking, okay, she'll like the freedom of being outside. Well, after about 10 minutes, she's barking to come in. And it's just like, I can't wait for the day that, you know, she goes and finds a good home. She deserves a good home. Or I would pay $500 if I could just take her to a no-kill shelter or have someone take her to a no-kill shelter. She's a good dog. She was potty trained at the other house, but she's not potty trained here. And then my dog goes, you know, when I let my husky play with her, the first thing he does is goes and starts lifting his leg everywhere to cover up her scent. What's going on, Archer Matthews? Good to see you, man. Laura says we must create a code for the streamers. Pities love me. 4 attacked me late. I don't. You keep using this word love. I don't think you know what it means. All right, I am going to bump up my ball here because I want to see if I can take advantage here. Or the other thing that we did, I believe, was try to zoom through the woods, perhaps. Not sure how viable that is, but it's definitely worth a shot. I don't like the other way. This might be stupid, or it might work. Go through the woods. Go through the woods. Go through the woods. Please don't hit no trees. Okay, so it looks like you would need a big topper probably, or even better to be, you know, well, also a wind at your back would make a big difference. RJ, top 3 favorite sports. Let's see. I hate to admit it, but the NFL, I'm addicted. I don't like the players. I don't like when people bring politics and stuff like that to a sport. I think they have every right to speak their mind, but I think if you're going to speak your mind, you need to do it at like, you know, do it not while you're on the field. So I am having a trouble with that, you know, some trouble with that. That sucks. But the game itself has plenty of faults as well, but I'm addicted, man. It's like cigarettes. Luckily, I'm no longer into cigarettes, but still. That would be number 1. Let's see. Second sport? I don't believe in this adjustment. Nah, doesn't matter anyway. Second sport? Jeez, I don't think I have a second. Would you consider quarter-mile drag racing a sport? I'd love to see that. And just because I love to laugh, for the third sport, I like where the people have 2 brooms and they're like sweeping on the ice, and the guy has a rock with the handle, and he goes down to one knee, and they all skate together like, ha ha! And the little rock's going, and these people are sweeping really fast. Curling, yeah. What's going on, Jameer? Needle teeth and puppy breath. Love it. Mike Tanner, what's going on, man? Brett Knuckles, what is up? Hey, Jameer, yeah, we had a good game, man. I'm sorry, anytime someone hops on and I decline them, oops, this person's going to get mad. Anytime someone hops on and I decline them in a match, it's because I'm not playing, or it's either because I'm playing, trying to get, like, I don't want, like, a Tour 4 or Tour 3 chest. You know, so I'm trying to grind a certain tournament or something like that. Or I could just be handling other stuff online, like opening chests, or, you know, going into the chat of It's RJ TV and, you know, making sure that I can get someone who I invited into the clan. So I don't want anyone ever to take it personally if you challenge me to a Golf Clash duel and I decline it. You know, I would decline my mom. I'm only on for like XYZ reason, and yeah. So I wish they would set it up so you could play friendlies in every tour, because my God, I would play with all you guys all the time. You know, that's another reason why I'm not a big fan of you know, playing friendlies. Like I don't want to say a big fan, but I don't play Friendly Fridays anymore. Is I'm so sick and tired of Tour 4, Tour 3. Who wants to play Tour 1 or 2? I don't know. I just feel like Every tour should be open. If you have it unlocked, you should be able to play it. And if, you know, if they want to take chests away or cash prizes for that, I would be fine with that. Not chests, cash prizes, trophies. Make it a completely meaningless game. Just let me play my friends on whatever tour I want. They also need to create a tour, in my opinion, for... they need to create a tour for upcoming tournaments. 2 of them. One for rookie and, well, maybe 3. One for Masters and one for Pro and Expert. And I can't hit perfect to save my life. I was hitting perfectly before. We got no breakfast in the house. Justin, Judy, what's going on, man? Yeah, no breakfast. I was very upset not to see the nine-hole tour. I wish they would have said this is a one-time thing. I was so looking forward to it, and I feel let down as to where if they would have just said, hey, we're testing it for 1 week to see how it goes, then we're taking it away, and or give us notice. You know, like during the weekend or something of the last tour, you could have said, you know, we're not going to have the 9-hole cup. There's a few bugs we got to work out. But I think a lot of people were looking forward to it, and it was just it was a garbage tease. Let's get rid of this for 1 gem. But man, Playdemic gets trolled hard, like really hard. Every time they make an announcement, so many people, you need to fix this, you need to fix that. It's like, guys. Yeah, they do need to fix these things, but I'm sure they know it. Surreal Riley, just through personal chats, I don't have any inside information, but personal chats with people that like are in the mod squad or, you know, 19th hole or whatever it might be. You know, I guess it was just there's a few bugs that they have to work out. All right, we're going to go with a katana here. There was a few bugs they just wanted to work out, and, you know, it was kind of like in beta, I guess we could say. Beta, maybe beta. I don't know. So, I don't know if it's coming back next week. Oh, wait, let me just double check to see if... Yeah, we're not in any danger of hitting trees. This one will be hit perfect. Ha-ha! Roro! Oh, too much curl. But we're very close to the flag, so I'm thinking that our Malibu will get us on green. But that does take away an opportunity of a thorn dunk, maybe? Oh, Jimmy Dean, man, you're good, man. Hey, and Anuj, what's going on, man? Dixon, good to see you. Jimmy Dean, don't worry about it. There's no pressure. The clan is supposed to be stress-free, drama-free. Is it a place to park if you're not going to play the game? No. You know, but in terms of people who do play, I don't care if you're in Tour 1, but you're having fun playing the game. Welcome. Or, you know, if you're in Tour 12 or 13 or whatever and you got maximum trophies, it's just a place for, you know, people to have 3 golf balls or golf bags and the opportunity to just, you know, have fun, have it be laid back. If ever someone feels there's drama or there's something they don't like, by all means, feel free to find a clan that's run the way you want it ran. I'll tell you guys a secret, and I hope my clanmates don't get mad at me for this, but I hate clans. I feel like clans push you to grind, to stay with a group of people that you want to be grouped with. And if you don't, you're letting people down. And that's why I made my clan the way it is. I'm happy with 3 golf bags. Hey, if we get 4 golf bags, wonderful. You know, all the more power. But I just want a clan where, you know, people can get to know each other in the chat if that's what they so choose to want to do. And, you know, that's it. But, I mean, right now there's, like, this big thing with, you know, moderators and everything else. Trust me, man, being a mod, it's not all it's cracked up to be. There's really no status. There's no glory in being a mod or anything. It's just, oh, yeah, I heard this guy. It's work. I heard this guy so-and-so needs to be let in the clan, so I'm going to let him in. You know, I'm going to talk to RJ about this guy I played and see if I can invite him. I don't know. There's no, like, some clans have, like, a secret leadership room. There's no secret leadership room for my clan because it's so laid back. But there is a couple, at least one person I can think of that's unhappy in the clan and, you know, maybe taking his talents elsewhere. And I'm sad to see it happen. Last thing I want to do is make subscribers upset at me. But at the same time, sometimes it's just not for you, you know? You may be looking for a different type of clan. I hate making decisions is my main thing. Thank you, Aaron. What's going on, Memphis? Mark LaPla, Mile High Club. Heading back to Australia. I still got that picture, man. Thank you so much. An ad for my favorite movie. What movie's that, Colt? And see, you know what, Glenn? You're right. It does suck when people leave and the points go away. But because my clan is so laid back, I don't villainize people for it or, you know, or anything like that. If you want to join another clan, by all means. It is just completely laid back. That's all it is. I don't even care that I'm losing my butt off here. I just want to get familiar with these holes. I was playing really bad yesterday, too. Right now, if you're in Tour 7, like normally, go back to Tour 6. Because you're going to be matching up with a whole bunch of people that are coming down like myself. You know, just to get used to these holes, see what you can do, see what you can't do. And anytime there's a tournament on the tour that you're playing, it's always best, you know, like, oh, sure, get your practice in if you can, but if you're trying to grind for coins or chests, it's always better just to go back one. What's going on, you loser? AIA, what is up, man? Oh, no problem, Jimmy Dean. Alligator, what is up? Ali, I disagree with what you're saying, but that's okay. That is okay. You prefer to have the 9-hole tournament be the main tournament. I prefer the 18-hole. I want both, you know. I think both is great. Both is perfect. It's just, you know, you would just play one every other week if you wanted to. Yikes. Oh, I'm so stupid. Use a Titan. Use a Titan, dummy. Use a Titan. That's all you gotta do, RJ, is use a Titan. Forza Cartel, what is up, man? All right, happy to be out of the rough. William Smith, what's up? Hey, we've all been there, bro. RJ, please explain why you side spinned your wedge to match up with the wind direction as much as possible. That is a key point that may help out some beginners. Oh, I think I know what you're saying, Roro. What's going on, Dale? I will answer that just in a second. I just want to say hi real quick to Joe Cambridge, Max Ford. Yep, laid back with my mind on my money and my money and my mind. Dale Nimick, what's up, man? Okay, so if you have, it's not so much, I don't really put spin on my ball to match wind necessarily. Maybe that is something I just don't know about. But what I like to do is sometimes you have an area of the rough that comes out, making your shot a little bit more difficult. And rather than put your bullseye right next to the rough, I'd rather put full left spin or full right spin so I can move my target further away from the rough. That way, if I hit it great, I don't have to worry about it getting stuck in the rough. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Oh, man. I look good, but guys, I'm not that good. Not on that hole. 2 mile an hour wind. I don't even think you're going to get that in pro. Howie Walker, what is up, man? Thank you. Michael Gallitz. Roro, what's going on, Gelly? Roro says, RJ, what I do, which tends to work, is side spin my ball to match the direction of the wind. That way the wind acts less laterally and more in the direction of the ball. Okay, well, for any beginners out there that want to try that, that could be some, I'm sure it works for him. I've seen Roro's been coming to my streams for the longest time, so he is a very experienced person that I would take advice from. Christian Gonzalez, what's going on, man? From Cali, Colombia. Awesome. Thank you so much. Says I love your videos. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks for being here. All right, let's take a quick poll here. So I'm struggling a little bit in Tour 10. It's like that's the first tour where you actually lose more trophies than you win. And it's also 3 million, and I don't have a lot of money. I got 40 million in both accounts. What's going on, Vivek? Mohammed, good to see you, buddy. Mr. Mohammed. Just because, is it Subby? I don't want to mispronounce your name. Okay, so should I stick with Tour 7 for a little bit more, or do you guys want to see me switch over to my main account and play some Tour 10? Maybe I'll get 4 tour chests. Maybe I'll lose all my money. Well, not all of my money, but 7, 10. What's up, Max Warner? Good to see you, buddy. Tour 0. Tour 10. Doesn't mean I won't come back. Tour 9. Tour 10. 10, 10. Okay, so overwhelmingly 10 is winning. But guys, listen. I'll go back to Tour 7 one of 2 ways. One, if I go to Tour 10 and I fill up all my chest slots and I'm kind of like win 1, lose 1 because I need practice for the tournament. But also, if I lose like 2 games in a row, I'm going to come right back to 7. So if you're here to see 7... Michael Bolton, I would love to see that, especially for Tour 10, because that's where I'm really struggling is in the shootouts. So I'm gonna switch it up real quick. Put my I got to use my phone. So I am just gonna put you guys on the sponsor page for a moment, so I can keep my phone number somewhat secret, because one butthole has it already that likes to prank me. What's up, Platoon? Ramash, good to see you guys. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. So I had it filled with Tour 10 chests, and then, you know, I couldn't win. However, here's the thing. I'll get used to it. It's just I keep going broke. I can only afford really to lose one game, and then I got to start pushing some Tour 9. So if I don't win this first one, I'm going to have to go back to 7. But I think it's good to go up to these higher level tours, even though we're not going to see the courses. We're going to be dealing with more realistic wins. So 8675309, 8675309. All right, let's see here. Make sure I got my right clubs in. All right, yep, looking good. Let's try to get a Tour 10 chest. I'm still a noob in Tour 10. I got up to like 100 trophies and they all just flushed right down the toilet. See, you win 30, but you lose 32. 3 million, oh God, no. And you might notice my gems are way lower. That's because I kept buying the $9 million. I'm scared. All right, now I'm really scared, because I have the wrong clubs up there. And of course I'm first. All right. So because we have wind at our back, what I'm going to do is go full side spin. I'm actually going to go about one back spin. I think one back spin should be good. And I'm going to use my adjustment and not push back up. So 8.5 is about 5 rings. Might be about 5.5-ish. Tiny bit of curl. Okay. I see, and this is another thing. As I get more used to it, I could have put top spin on it and used full left curl, full left spin, but I'm not 100% acclimated to that yet, you know, and I'm worried I'll end up in the rough or whatever. So what's going on, Marquis? I know there's the rest, but can I just call you Marquis? Or is it Marquis? Marquis Beery? Marquis B. Bill Dunn, what's up, man? I wouldn't exactly, Marquis, I wouldn't say that you missed it. It wasn't on. I didn't make it. That's what I was afraid of doing. Victorless, RJ, love watching you. Your worst shot is better than my best shot. Vic, you will pass me up very soon, my friend, but thank you so much. I mean, compared to other streamers, I don't, you know, I don't have what would be called like an A game. I'm your common man playing the game. No superpowers. Just doing the best a man can. Patak, good to see you. Awesome, Vic. That'll definitely happen with practice. Memphis. Shh. I don't want to say it out loud. Platoon. Like right now I'm struggling pretty bad on Tour 10. You'll get there. I promise you will. If I lose this hole, would you guys rather I go back to 7, or would you rather have me do a couple Tour 9 holes? Because I feel like Tour 9, I could afford to lose $1 million. I can't afford to lose $3 million. What's shaking, Tom Rose? Philip, go Jags. Hey, man. I think the Jags are going to be much, much better with Nick Foles. So, exciting to see the Jags. I love the Jags. Like I said, I have absolutely no problem winning the course or taking the course to a shootout. The problem is the shootout. I see people taking special ways or whatever, and I'm like, oh God, I have no idea how much backspin he put on that, side spin. All you can see is the curl and the aim point. Yeah, the only way I can play Tour 12 is if I have Tour 12 unlocked, which I do not. So Tour 12 will not be in the books today. Thank you, Glenn Purton. I really appreciate that, bro. Alright, I'm pretty familiar with this one, although and this is another thing. Why does everyone I play either have a Power 5 ball, a Wind 5 ball? It's like, honestly, I wonder in my brain, in my head, are all these people really spending a ridiculous amount of money to where they can just sit there and grind Tour 10? You know, like every time a $50 ball pack comes out, they buy it? Or am I playing against bots that use this like one time or something? I'm not getting on the hype train. I'm not trying to rile you guys up and say it's pay to play. But I'm beginning to wonder if it's pay to play. Not really. It's so hard to explain how I feel. Like, oh God, this is like the worst wind I could possibly have. It just seems like I'm always matching up with people who have these ridiculous balls. I know it was cheap to do. I was honestly hoping to do a rough bump. Woo! And I won by less than a yard. I don't recommend playing this hole this way. The only reason I did that is because our opponent had the correct ball in, a Power 5 ball. And when I saw him go off, I'm like, oh, okay, I could do a rough bump, and if I screw up, I should still be closer. I just passed Felix! Bubba, Black Widow, I'm coming for you too. Brett says Tour 9 is tougher than 10, I think. I wish. Maybe because I know 9 it's not. I don't know 10 yet, you know. I'm trying to learn 10. Oops, there we go. All right. I love these little things. You see I changed my icon to the Batman where it looks like a person who didn't bother to put their picture in. Every time I'd see someone goofy, I kind of chuckled to myself. What's going on, Larry Hutchins? Good to see you, buddy. Ooh, would you look at that? Would you have a look-see here? Okay, so 12-mile-an-hour wind. We're looking one beyond there. So I think this is going to be good. A little bit of curl. Perfect shot. So if anything's screwed up, it's on me. Okay, I love the bounce. Not enough curl. Oh my God, more curl. And we probably would be on the green right now. Somebody tell RJ to scroll up, please. You see my Mufasa account. I was you see my Mufasa account. I streamed Tour 7 yesterday. Oh, he's talking. Oh, you mean on the friends list? Look for the Rubik's Cubes. Okay. Looking for the Rubik's Cubes. I found Rubik's Cubes. Scroll up, RJ. Look for more Rubik's Cubes. Sent to the RJ Chip account. Sent to the RJ Chip account. No habla español. 1 second. All right, we're at about a minimum here, so you know what? I'm going to eyeball this. That feels good. Perfect. Come on, Poppy. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get down the toilet bowl and roll in the hole. Oh, you sent. Thank you very much, Michael Bolton. I appreciate that, bro. What is up, Herbert Parker? Thanks again, RJ. Did I miss something? You're very welcome, but I don't know for what, bro. We got Jeff Richardson in the house. Hey, RJ, still love the cap. Will you still love it if you find out it's an Atlanta Braves hat? Charang Jayswal, what is up, man? Good to see you. I'm very sorry about the false advertisement for anyone who came in. What's up, Damon Wright? Where it says Tour 7 grind and I'm playing Tour 10, but I'm winning at Tour 10 right now. So, I wish I could have said good luck. Ooh, I passed Jesse the other day and I sent a picture to him and now he passed me back. Bye, Bubba. Black Widow. Jesse, I'm coming for you. If I keep winning, I am. Yes, a pin chest. What are we going to get? Anything we could use? We can always use gold, baby. We can always use gems, baby. We haven't needed Viper cards since like 2013. But it was free. You know what I had go through my head when I said that? You guys remember Macklemore when he sounds like bummed out in his song? He goes, but it was 99 cents. So, yeah, I was disappointed in that chest, but it was free. Never seen an Atlanta Braves cap that's red. Yeah, if I, here. First of all, there's a baseball, although it's shiny, so it might be hard to see. And then on the back, Atlanta instead of Alabama. Nothing against, the Red Tide. Nothing against them at all. Just this is a Braves hat. James got it for me, and James is a big Braves fan. All right, 8.4. So it's going to land about on the white ring-ish. So it's going to land right about there. That's where we want it to land. We want full topspin, no overpower. I don't know why that was hit great, but it was. Oh, wow. It's not very steady, but because there's a wind in my face, I'm not overly worried about this. Because unless this guy has like a Kingmaker X, he's gonna have the same problems I'm gonna have, and it would still be a very long chip. Although the Apocalypse 5 definitely helps him out. What's going on, Roberto? Good to see you, man. Crimson Tide. What did I call him? Sorry. Yeah, I haven't watched baseball since the Indians were good back in the 90s and 2000s. It was so fun to watch back then, and now, you know, I stopped watching because we sucked again for so long. And even though we made it to the World Series against the Cubs, the only games I watched, I believe, were the World Series games. And I didn't know any of the Indians players. Someone asked me earlier what my favorite sports are. And really, I got to say, big-time sports would be NFL football, followed by college football. And I'm not a fan of college basketball, but March Madness has got to be the absolute best, like most competitive, awesome games that there is. All right, so minimum distance, no, this is closer to medium distance. Medium distance with this 11.6, about 4.5 rings, which is quite a bit. I think that's too much. We'll try it, and hopefully we'll hit it perfect, but I don't think it's going to work. Well, it was right. I think. Thank you, Alan Hawksworth. Appreciate it. What's up, Gypsy? I'm sorry, Gypsy. It's so easy for me to miss a few names in the chat. But it's awesome to have you here, bro. Or bro or sis. Not sure. Gypsy could go either way, you know. Don't want to call a female bro. Don't want to call a male sis. And I don't want to assume your gender. Chip is sitting just to the left of me. He's more of a tournament guy. William Smith identifies as a bagel. And that's the kind of crap that happens in Tour 10. You play some really good people. All right, if I lose one more, if I lose this next one, I'll go back to 7. This is what I've been buying. I've been running out of money, going down to like 30 mil, and then I buy this. I bought it twice, so 5,000 gems gone. I had over 10,000 gems. I don't want to buy that again. It's not worth it. It's only 3 entrance fees. So if I don't get in here, we're going back to Tour 7. Needle lag? I'm not having needle lag. If you guys are seeing needle lag, it has more to do with the stream. All right, Vic. Oh my God, this kills me. This is not in any way a tailwind that I can tell. However, it's so hard to hit that little pad. So hard, so much so that I'm going to bust out a Zerk. Because with a Zerk, I don't even really have to overpower it. So therefore, I shouldn't miss. Crap. Overpowered a tad bit. Am I going off the cliff? I don't understand. The aim felt good. Even with great. This happened to me the other time. Now, if he's smart... Okay, he's going to show me how to play. All right, that's smart. Play it that way, because now if I get any type of headwind, you're forcing me to go to the left to still have a chance. Oh, Daffy Duck, I gotcha. The S2 worked great for me. I just couldn't stream with it at the same time. Yeah, I'm forced to do it now because unless there's a headwind, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I need to get on green. Okay, so I have wind at my back. I'll take that. And I am also going to... I'm going to keep the Berserker in, even though I don't need it. Once again, so I can just make an adjustment. I'm going to call it 20%, and I'm happy right where I'm at right here. 10.7 is 6 rings, so I just need that yellow to disappear behind. Plus 20% will go another ring. No curl, so it won't hang up any longer. Perfect shot. Everything's set perfectly. I do not understand it. It made no sense. It was supposed to land way up there. So now I know from this point forward, I'm always going to the right, even in a tailwind. What's up, Tommy boy? Yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. It seems like it would have worked on Tour 9, but it's not working on Tour 10. All right. Not wasting a Zerk here. This is just for fun anyway at this point. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. Back to Tour 7 we go. Poor Kevy, you're 100% right. Daffy Duck, I'll have to watch some videos. 6 million come, 6 million go, but I remain the same. Right back to the same amount of money that I had to begin with. And it was nice playing in the higher wind because, let's face it, even in pro, we're not going to get these 2-3 mile an hour winds that we keep seeing. Let me switch over to my wind and tour. These clubs. Yeah, I'm even. I'm even, so I'm out. Back to Tour 7 we go. See, can we get back up to 600? Okay, so always try to land pretty much in the middle of the... yeah, because a lot of my balls were coming up short. So that must be it. I like it when my opponent goes first, because if my opponent goes into the water, then I know, okay, I'm taking the right side. But, you know, if they make it over and get onto the green, then I know I've got to try the left. Is this a tournament hole? I can't remember. Let me take a peek here. I don't think it is. No, this is the tournament hole. Is the hole that looks just like this, except it has a river down. Or I could have just waited a moment and read Michael Bolton's adjusting to a lower elevation makes the ball travel way shorter. You know what? If you ask me, that's the... I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think that's the dumbest mechanic that you could possibly come up with. And let me explain my reasoning on that, too. I can throw a ball further if I'm throwing to a lower, like if I'm standing on the side of a mountain and I'm trying to throw a baseball as far as I can, it would make more sense. It would go further if I'm throwing it off the side of the mountain going down than if... what happened? Wow, am I sucking it up or what? This is what happens. I mean, it's not about great proofing, but this is why you need to leave at least a ring or two on the side. But hopefully we're far enough to where our Nirvana can make it easy here. Yeah, the fringe glitch is stupid as well. It doesn't make sense. But I'm afraid that if they fix the fringe glitch, imagine if they took away the rough bumps, you know? So it's like, I'll live with it. What's going on, Phil Corral? Joe Jackson? Joe Jackson says, yeah, that makes no sense. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were saying my analogy made no sense, because that's how I viewed it. I can make it with... Okay. Distorted rings make me cringe and sweat. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, buddy. Okay, I'd rather chip than have a really long... I don't want to overpower it and go... I'm going to just... I don't need it that bad. I'd rather get practice chipping it in. I was told this, and I had good luck ever since. Stay away from that. Okay. All right, I could live with that. When the rings distort and everything, the ring system still stays the same. So, you know, if it gets all droopy and it looks like it's on acid or something like that, it doesn't matter. It's still, if it's a 5-ring adjustment, you still pull it, you know, full 5 rings. And like No Breakfast was saying, the reason why it didn't just work for me was because in-game physics of some sort. Easy come and easy go. Money come and money go, but I remain the same. All right, perfect shot here would be much appreciated. I'll take that. Okay, so right after this hole, I would like to... I can't type anything. For some reason, it won't let me sign in. Sign into chat. Yes. Say something. Click. Sign into chat. Okay. So it's going to be hard for me to see. But before I get into the next game after this, is there anybody out there that has any questions that they would like to ask someone that has the experience I have? Now, don't go asking me questions about Tour 11, 12, Tour 53, you know, how to play Masters. I just don't know. But if you want to ask me anything else that I may know the answer to, I'll be more than happy. Just put it in the comment section. I don't know if it's over there or if it's over there. I don't know how it's situated on the YouTubes, and I'll go through the questions real quick, and then I'll hop into the next game. So if it's on the tournament, if it's on the wind rings, any questions you have, Golf Clash related, obviously, I will be more than happy to help you out, if at all possible. Man, Thor's Hammer's a beast, is it not? And if there's no questions, I'll keep playing. No problem. All right, so I'm sliding the tablet over just a little bit to the left here. Did I pass Jesse? Oh, that's the other account. My bad. All right, let's see here. Oh, I'm in Top Chat. I wasn't in Top Chat before, but I guess when I tried to... See, I wanted to get on here and... I'm scrolling up. Okay. I just scrolled all... Shut up! I just scrolled all the way up to Marky talking about the distorted ring. So any questions I see from here on down, I'll answer. As soon as I run out of questions, I will get right back into some Tour 7 play. Let's see. What's going on, Mike Starr? Good to see you. I know I'm up higher than when I said it. Platoon said my logic is perfect. That's what I was thinking. I thought maybe I was just looking different. All right, Gypsy says, can non-ring player be competitive? I honestly don't think a non-ring player can be competitive. Now, there may be someone out there that can prove me wrong, but knowing the rings is like it's almost like a hack in a way. Like, you know, it's like being the developer. You know, you're like, okay, 12-mile-an-hour wind with this club. I know that I have to move this club. Let's say you got the extra mile in maxed out. I have to move this club 6 rings. Okay, so then I move the club 6 rings. Someone who's eyeballing it is like, they're going to move it around 6 rings. They may move it 5 rings. They may move it 7 rings. So when it comes to getting more holes in one, you know, say it's with a sniper or a long iron or dunking or shootouts or whatever, it's something you've got to learn. And I have a video out, not my latest video, but if you go to my videos and click on popular uploads, I think it's like my 4th or 5th most popular video I've ever made for the ring system. And it's literally, I didn't name it Ring System for Dummies because I didn't want people to, you know, be like, well, I'm not a dummy, so I'm not going to watch that video. But it was like, I made that video about a week or 2 after I learned the ring system. So I just broke it down so easily. Everyone else's ring videos just confused me. And I was asking all my friends and everything, and finally someone explained it to me a way that I kind of clicked. I was like, do you mean like blah, blah, blah? And they're like, yeah, that would work. I'm like, oh, I'll try it. And it worked. So after it worked, I made a video of it. So there you go, Gypsy. I would definitely learn the rings. Let's see here. The ball travels further downhill, says Simon Kelly. That's why you overadjust. That's 100% correct. However, the problem is I was slightly overadjusting 20% on that hole, and I was still coming up short. I should have been going long. And that's where No Breakfast was saying it's because it's lower, it's not going as far. It's almost like an illusion. Maybe it's higher. I don't know. Let's see here. How about some Braves sports trivia? The only Braves I know are the 95 Braves, the Braves that beat my Indians. Let's see here. Have you bought stronger duct tape for your nephew for the next stream? No, but we had a talk. I think we're going to be in good shape for the next stream. What color are your socks? I don't know. I only buy white and black. My socks are black today. I don't like gray socks. Something weird about gray socks. And always get cotton. If you ever, like, I wanted to buy these socks at Foreman Mills. I don't know if all you guys have Foreman Mills or not, but I wanted to buy this. They had like 20 socks for $10. Made in Pakistan. I'm like, heck yeah. I pick them up. I'm getting ready to check out, and I'm just bored. I'm reading the back of the package. 53% cotton. I'm like, hell no. I don't want my shoes getting ruined because of stinky feet. Always get cotton. See? It's not just Golf Clash anymore. What are your recommended clubs for Tour 9? Says Mr. Singh. Anuj, I would say driver would be Extra Mile 8 or Apocalypse 4 or better, or Thor's Hammer 4 or better. In terms of woods, whatever you prefer out of a Guardian and a Sniper, make sure your Sniper is at the very least, level 8. I would say actually level 9. If it's not level 9, use your Guardian. And then below that, what do we have? You use a Saturn, a Backbone. Those will be pretty high level by the time you get there. And then you could use your Thorn. I would not recommend the Hornet because when you get into the Pro Series, you're starting to use a lot more backspin. And then, you know, it's all preference from there. Nirvana, obviously, and Malibu's my favorite as well. Sand Wedge. Let's see. What's going on? Wally LaPointe, good to see you. How do you play Tour Area 51? You got to be abducted. Otherwise, yeah, you can't do it. I actually wear tin foil under this. Oh, did BB ask me something? Where does everyone land here? Okay, so that was probably while I was playing. Have you ever had to reclose Tour 8? For instance, you got all the trophies, but when you went back in to grind it and can't get all the trophies again. Yes, I'm actually like that on Tour 7 right now because Tour 7 was maxed out and now I'm 10 trophies short. So yeah, you do have to reclose them if you lose a couple games. So do you add rings when elevation is lower? Yes, Joe Jackson. When elevation is lower, meaning you're up here and you want to hit the holes down here, the wind is going to affect the ball more because as you remember what I said, if you throw a rock off of a mountain, it's going to be in the air longer. Well, imagine if I throw a rock off of a mountain and I'm up here and down here there's a bucket I'm trying to get the ball in. And imagine a 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing from my face to the camera. I'm going to need to throw the rock more towards my face if the wind's blowing this way because the wind's going to carry it further. So if there's a 20% grade, yes, and it goes the same is true for, or the opposite is true for opposite. If you're hitting from down here, this is a lot more rare, but it does happen. And up here, you have is your hole. Well, then you got to think when you hit a ball, there's an arc, right? Your ball arcs like a rainbow. But when you hit it here, down here, and you go, see, your ball's landing sooner. It's landing closer to the top of the arc, so then you adjust less. So that's what people mean. And honestly, do the math in your head. If you're playing in pro and you hear me and Tommy make a video and say, we want you to adjust 10% on this shot, and you get a 5-mile-an-hour wind, what's 10% of 5 miles an hour? 10% of 5 miles an hour is 0.5. So if you're using something like an extra mile, and your extra mile is, say, like level 4 or 5, you're literally not even talking about a quarter of a ring. It's more... I mean, you still, when we say 20, 30% or something like that, or when you're talking about 10, 15, mile an hour wind or something, that's when it becomes a lot more important. Oh, of course, it just jumped down. All right. Looks like we got a lot of questions. Okay, Joe Jackson. So do you add ring when elevated? Yeah, you would add. It's not always one ring though. It depends on the wind. You would add a percentage. Thor's hammer for sure. On 9 for sure, yes. I play with the extra mile. It works, but I tend to win more games the when I'm using Thor's hammer. Is it worth promoting to master playing Tour 9 with just Thor's hammer 4? From what everyone is telling me, yes, it is. Now, one thing that kind of sucks is you're going to be matched up in tournaments with tougher competition because everyone else who's doing that are the type of people you're going to play. However, if you already went there like I did, you're still going to match up because they take whatever your highest point is, so that way you can't like sandbag. But I mean, you get better perks. You're going to get like 100 plus 100% for your cards. When you're grinding, you're going to get max clubs a lot quicker. Board PC guy, RJ, on Tour 9, are you supposed to add extra elevation compared to 8 or 7 due to the wind difference, i.e. 10% in 7 should be 15 to 20 in 9. Seems like the wind drags the ball past what I expect. I know what you mean, Board PC guy. I thought the same thing, but no. I think it's just nerves. Even when I was playing Tour 10, I was making the same adjustments that you make on Tour 7. If it's the only difference is, we see on Tour 7, I was getting some 2-mile-an-hour winds. There was no 2-mile-an-hour winds on Tour 10. So, if it's a 10% adjustment, again, 2 miles per hour, what's 10% of 2 miles an hour? Can you even adjust that much? I mean, it's probably literally the width of the hole that you're trying to get the ball in, if that. So, but when you're playing in Tour 10, you easily get a 14-mile-an-hour wind. What's 10% of 14? It's a much bigger amount, and then you get into 20% and 30% because they're harder courses. So I hope that answered your question, Board PC guy. Daffy Duck says mine's at 6. You talking about your Thor's hammer? I have one Thor's hammer at 6 and one at 5. I love them both. I'm about to complete Tour 9 and I have 30 million. Do you think I'm ready for Tour 10? No. And let me tell you why, you loser. God, that felt so harsh to say that. The reason why is because when you play one game, you're going to be down to 27 million. And trust me when I say, when you get to Tour 10, you're probably going to lose 10 games. Maybe they'll treat you with a gentle bot, and you might win your first game or two. But once you're in it, you're going to lose all your trophies. You're going to lose your money. 30 million is not enough. I don't feel 40 million is enough, and that's what I'm playing with in Tour 10. As soon as I go down to about 39 million, I'm going right back down to 9, and or I'm buying those packs. Now, if you've been saving your gems, you can buy 9 million gold coins, which will take you from 30 to 40. And what you can do is you can just look at it as, all right, I'm using these 9 million gems to play 3 games, but you're definitely going to lose that money. Just like any tour, going up is hard, and then once you get used to it, here's what I'm going to do because I'm struggling. Michael Bolton said, hey, RJ, I sent you a, whatchamacallit, I sent you the Shootout guide to your account. Go on YouTube, look up these people who have Tour 10 or Tour 9 or whatever tour you're on. The shootouts are super important. Go look them up. They'll tell you, avoid the right side because it slides down. And, someone who you're playing already knows that, because maybe they just ran into a string of bad luck, but they know how all the courses play. Then they play you. You don't even know that if you land on the right side that your ball's going to continue to roll, an additional 8 yards away from the pin. So definitely do that. Let's see. Bootleg Trini. I got a question. What special do you buy at tourney time? $4.99 or $20.99? Is there a certain type of ball to look for? Bootleg Trini, if you are going to spend money, my personal recommendation would be if you need Power 5 balls, play the Golden Shot because you get the cards with it as well. make sure you watch someone's video and take notes so you can execute and get as many cards and as many berserker balls as possible. If there's something like a snow globe type ball where it is wind 0, power 5, those are amazing for when you have a strong tailwind. You'll get a 600-yard drive in easily, so it's good to have those. And then on weeks that you don't want to spend money or whatnot, but you need wind balls. I would get wind 5 balls. Those are really, really helpful for par 3s. So I might buy a $20 pack of those, or maybe a $4.99 pack, and then next time they have a wind 5 ball, you might have a few left over. Me personally, though, I'd rather buy the $20 pack because I don't want 8 different balls that have the same stats. But if you don't have $20, you don't have $20. So that's the way I would go about that, Boot Trini, is go for the golden shot for your power 5 balls, and then the only balls you have to buy are your wind 5 balls. Jonathan Tash, what's up, bro? How is the new tablet working since you got the stand? I'm hitting a lot more accurate. I'm not 100% used to it, but I'm loving using my thumb over my finger. You guys may have noticed a lot of times that's what I would do. I'd hit it and I'd pull my finger way back and I would still hit it great or good. Now, there's not like such a big thing to it, so I'm super happy with the stand. BB, what RJ did was great. I do rough bumps because it was... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Have you bought an electric fly swatter for your next tournament stream so you can keep your nephew in check? I should get a taser instead. Let's see. Mark Adder, if it's not one for one on the rings, how do you determine what the formula is? Mark Adder, I set up my clubs in a specific way. Let me show you, and this is also in my video. When I'm not sitting here, and right over here off to my side, I have a second monitor that has all my clubs with the wind rating. I can't carry that around with me. Sometimes I'll be sitting at my mom's house playing. Sometimes I'll be sitting in the car, playing the game or something. So what I do is I take out Thor's hammer and I put in the extra mile. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? What does that mean for me? Well, for me personally, that means my driver is 50 accuracy, my wood is 100 accuracy, my long iron is 50 accuracy, my short iron is 50 accuracy, and I'll get into the rest later. So what that means is the sniper is always 1-to-1, okay, because it's 100 accuracy. When you have 50 accuracy, it doubles. So 2 miles per hour equals 1 ring. So I know for the extra mile, the Saturn, and the Thorn at max distance, I will be in good shape if I only have to remember 2 numbers then. I only have to remember the wind for 1-for-1 and the wind for 2-for-1. When I'm sitting here, like I said, I play a lot better when I play with Thor's hammer. But Thor's hammer is like 1.8, which you'd be like, oh, just change 1.8 into 10, right? Well, I'm playing Tour 10 where I got 12-mile-an-hour winds. So if I did that and I got a 12-mile-an-hour wind, I would adjust 6 rings. But looking over here, I would need to adjust 7.5 rings, and that makes a difference because the fairways get narrower and such. Then we go into the wedge. The rapier doesn't really fit in any of these categories. It was 72 accuracy, but because of all that topspin, usually when I'm using the rapier, I'm using it closer to a minimum distance, and I can kind of eyeball it. And then the Nirvana and the Malibu should both be close to 100 accuracy, 97 there, and 196 here. But here's the thing about your rough irons and your sand wedge. Even though they're 100 accuracy, they're 2 per ring, and that's because when you hit them, they go so high up in the air. So don't even worry about those right now. But set up your bag so everything is either 50 accuracy or 100 accuracy, and then all you got to do is remember, oh, okay, my extra mile, not very accurate club. 2 miles per hour per ring. because the rings are bigger. That's why you're not really moving it more. You're moving a bigger target. So, hope that helps. I'm assuming Gypsy's saying, "Oh, can a non-ring player be competitive?" I answered that, Gypsy. I don't believe you can be. I believe you can win games. I believe you can be good, but in terms of getting like the gold medal in the tournament, I think you'd have to have some kind of gift. Chris C., what is the best driver for Tour 10? I would say Thor's Hammer or the Apocalypse. And I would go bare minimum Apocalypse 4. I'm waiting personally for the Apocalypse 5. And bare minimum for Thor's Hammer would be 5 in my opinion. I don't know that a 4 would work or not. I'm struggling in Tour 9 Shootout, says Ramesh. Ramesh, honestly, I would watch someone who's done shootouts on tour, or not shootouts, but videos on Tour 9 and take notes and make sure that the video you watch is not an old video, because they change the tours so often that if you watch one of my videos on Tour 9 that was made a year ago or 6 months ago or whatever, 3 months ago, it could be totally different courses. Joe Cambridge, is it good to keep playing if all your chests are filled? I'm worried about getting higher level players with low club levels. Not really, Joe. What you're going to find, one thing is more important than high club level. And what that one thing is your bankroll. So if you're playing and you don't need chests, then your bankroll is going to be phenomenal. And when you get to Tour 10 like me, you're not going to have to play 1 or 2 games and be like, okay, I got it. You know, you're just going to be able to play. You're going to be one of those players that easily have over 100 million coins, maybe 1 billion coins, and the clubs will come, trust me. This account, as a matter of fact, probably has a lot less than what you guys have. Let's see, this particular one, I only have 2,484 games played. Daffy Duck says 20 times buy-in. That's definitely good. Can non-ring players survive in a tournament, says Vic. Yes, I believe they can survive in the tournament. It'd be super hard for them to win gold or even get a top 10 because all these other people that are getting those really good scores are using the ring system. So they know the exact calculation while you would be eyeballing it. Mike Starr says, I'm a non-ring player and I do just fine. Anytime you say something, you can't say something with 100% accuracy. There's always going to be outliers, but just to like say that you're eyeballing it, like you've got to see a 12 mile an hour wind. You've got to know that if you have an extra mile in, that you need to move it about 6 rings. So even when you're eyeballing it, you still kind of got to know. You may not have went to the website and known, but subconsciously you know what the rings are. Otherwise, you'd be moving it, different amounts. I'm not saying it can't be done, but you are definitely at a disadvantage. Philip Gojag's Tour 7 general tips. I'm sorry, man. The only general tip I can really give you, just because there's so much on that, the only general tip I can give you is backspin becomes a lot more important once you hit Tour 7 than it did before. I can win back and lost more than won. Where do I find the charts for the clubs? Steve Linton, you'd find the charts for the clubs at golfclashnotebook.io. Or you could just type Golf Clash Notebook in Google. And you go to Tools and then Wind Ring Chart or something should be up at the top. Platoon says Extra Mile 7 or Thor's Hammer 5 for Tour 9. Which would you use? Platoon, I would use both. When I'm sitting somewhere and I have the actual wind chart, the numbers like I do, right in front of me, I would definitely use Thor's hammer. When I'm out and about and I pull my phone out of my pocket and I just want to play and I don't have all the numbers, I would use the extra mile because it's easier to adjust the rings for the extra mile. But, you know, with Thor's hammer, I can just glance over and be like, okay. And one day I'll get used to Thor's hammer and I'll just know what the rings are, at least close enough. But until that time comes... Ali says, I can't figure out the Thorn max backspin, or when the ball is going to land, I'll only go 4 backspin. Yeah, well, if you're using the Thorn to go to land somewhere, and you basically want your ball to stop dead, you're going to need to take about 2 or 3 bars off. Otherwise, and it depends. It's not always 2 or 3. It could be 1. Depending on whether the wind's at your back or if the wind is in your face. If the wind is at your back, then maybe take 1 bar off and it won't come back towards you as much. If the wind is, if the wind is at your back, if the wind is coming at your face, you might have to take 3 bars off because your ball guide contracts and the wind's going to be blowing the ball in the opposite direction. If you're having a lot of trouble with that, maybe you might prefer the claw that has a little less, but probably not. That probably isn't going to help you either. One thing I would try to do if you're playing on fairways that are big enough is try to dunk it all the time with your Thorn, as long as the green is big enough for your ball guide. And if you miss the dunk, you're going to bounce next to the hole, you're going to bounce past the hole, but then it's going to roll back towards the hole, giving you an easy putt. That's the way I handle the Thorn. Vic, definitely check out my video. So many people, I still get comments. I just got a comment yesterday or today about that, saying that that my ring video really is for beginners. Gypsy says, so in a way it's a cheat. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Let's see. David Justice, I remember when he was Brave. I remember when he came to the Indians. Michael Starr wears Dickie socks. I buy the cheap stuff. I think I got Fruit of the Loom on. Hubert Park, that's something you would want to mention to Playdemic. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of those clubs. I mean, sure, it would be nice to put us all on a level playing field, but I don't know. There's something about using my clubs. I'm used to them, But a lot of people have said the same thing you did. Ryan Kelly says, wool only for socks, bro. Wool? Do you live up in the Nordic area? Let's see here. I don't know. I never had a pair of wool socks. Do they make your feet stink too? Is it okay? I answered Joe's question. Yes, definitely keep playing even if your chest slots are full for money reasons, to get the gold coins. KD, got my Apocalypse yesterday. When do you start using it? I wouldn't say, probably start using your Apocalypse around 4 for most people, because chances are you probably have an extra mile 7 or 8 before it gets to that point. A lot more questions than I thought I'd have. And I just see we had like 130 or 120 people, something like that, and people are just leaving. I guess it got a little too slow to them, but that's okay. I want to help you guys out. Let's see. Just scrolling up. What do you mean when you say you're grinding? Just means you're playing a whole bunch of games in a row. Maybe you're playing 3-4 hours. What's up, Tyler Snow? Thank you very much. Daffy Duck, I don't know what the fair play is. I didn't bother to read it. I don't cheat, so I don't think it really affects me in any way. And when I say I don't cheat, in no way am I talking about, using apps or overlays. I'm talking about like I really don't cheat. I don't try to exploit the game. So I don't think it would really refer to me. Ben Caney, what's up, man? Okay, just let's see. I feel truly competitive without knowing the rings, says Wally LaPointe. Again, you know, there are going to be outliers, but Wally, I would challenge you, and was it Mike Starr? I would challenge both of you if you learn the ring system. Well, I would challenge you guys to learn it, because if you're this good without knowing it, I think your game would go to the next level, like literally like Tommy level if you're not already there with the rings. If you could be good in the higher end tours, if you're playing Tour 10 or whatever, and you don't know the ring system, oh my God, you're a prodigy. Oh, no problem, Gypsy. I'm not on social media that much anyway. I'd like to figure something out. Jason, not a stupid question. Unfortunately, it is a question there's no answer for, though. Why is there no choice of putters? They stuck with one putter. I think a choice of putters could be a good thing for the game, but I would rather see them fix some of these clubs that nobody ever uses, and also fix the cards before getting a putter in. But a putter could definitely be useful. Okay, Mark Adder, if the formula is 1-for-1 on 100% clubs, how do you determine the formula for other clubs? Well, let me do it this way. Stay with me. I'm not going anywhere. Crap. How can I do this? Manage all. Okay, and see if we can do this. Hopefully we can. Okay, so this is what I use. I'm hoping, yeah, okay, the mic is still working. I'm guessing this isn't on the screen though. Let me open my phone real quick and just see what you guys are seeing. So I'm kind of at a loss here. Hello?
Hello?
Okay. I see the black screen.
Okay. I see the black screen. I see the black screen.
How am I going to do this? I'm fixing it right now.
I'm fixing it right now. I'm fixing it right now.
All right, shut up. Man. I am sorry if you stick with me. I will get this figured out if you guys still had questions pending. That sucks. That's not what I'm trying to do. All right, maybe I got a better way of doing this. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to use my tablet to show you guys this. But all we do is we go to Golf Clash Notebook. I didn't click that. There it is, Golf Clash Notebook. And then what I do is I go to Tools, and it says I'm offline. I don't know why it says I'm offline, but it says I'm offline. Gosh darn it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. Alright. Internet's going to mess up for me right now. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back. It's going to take probably 24 hours. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me, but I just lost internet for some reason, only on the tablet at the moment. I'm going to go through all these questions, and I'm going to answer them all in a video. And I'm not going to do a whole bunch of production or anything like that, but I'm going to need to wait for this to upload the live chat and everything before it'll let me do it. It's just going really slow. I didn't expect it to get bogged down like this. You know, it's hard to do it live. Also, if you want to be 100% certain that your question is going to be answered, go to It's RJ TV, and it's like a fan page, I think is what they're called or whatever. Click like, become a member at that page, and then I'll create a post right now. I'm going to end the stream and go there and just say your questions, and then that I can just take the questions straight from there, write them down, find the answer, show you on screen, so it's put together a lot better than this. I'm watching all the viewers, you know, go way down, and it's just taking so long. I apologize if I didn't get to your question yet. Thank you for sticking around. I just didn't expect it to go like this. So I will catch you guys soon, and next time we'll just play without interruptions. But I do got a Q&A coming out for you guys, so make sure you do that. Remember, Facebook, just type in It's RJ TV and become a fan of that page, and then look for my comment. I'll pin it. Bye.